Hi. Many of you might be knowing that the oldest warrior during the Kurukshetra war was King Bahalika, and he was the uncle of Bhishma, Shantanu's elder brother. So we might be wondering then how come Shantanu became the king and not Bahalika or their elder brother Devapi. The story goes that these three were the sons of King Pratipa, and Devapi, since he had leprosy, he renounced the throne and he became a hermit. Bahalika chose not to be in his father's house. He went to his maternal grandfather's kingdom and he became a king there. And Shantanu took over the throne of Hastinapura. Now, this Bahalika had a son called Somadatta, and Somadatta had a son called Bhurishravas. So, grandfather, father, and son. That is Bhurishravas, the grandson, Somadatta, the father, and Bahalika, the grandfather. All three of them fought in the Mahabharata war on the side of the Kauravas. And Bahalika was the oldest warrior to fight in the war. So, this is one family which I wish that you keep in mind while I take your attention to the other side. This is the lineage of Yadu. So in this lineage, or if you were to go right to the origin of this lineage, we have a king called Atri. Atri had a son called Soma. Soma had a son called Buddha. Buddha had a son whose name was Pururva. You might be knowing this Pururva from Vikramovarshyam. Pururva had a son whose name was Ayush. Ayush had a son whose name was Nahusa. Nahus had a son whose name was Yayati. This is the same Yayati who was the father of Puru. But his firstborn son from Devyani was called as Yadu. Now, Yadu, he had a son. This son's name was Devamida. Now, Devamida had a son called Sura. Sura had a son called Vasudeva. And we all know what were the names of the sons of Vasudeva, right? Vasudeva, Balarama, Krishna and Balarama, yeah. So now, in the same line of Sura, there is another warrior whose name is Shini. Now, there is a Swayamvara being held for the sister of Kamsa, Devaki, and Shini has gone there on behalf of his friend Vasudeva. And we also have Somadatta who has come there for the same Swayamvara. In the Swayamvara, Shini, he kidnaps Devaki and he takes her away in his chariot for his friend Vasudeva, and there he is challenged by Somadatta, but Shini wins in that battle and he kind of tramples on Somadatta's chest as a sort of an insult. And he goes away with Devaki, and we know that side of the story. Somadatta is left here in great humiliation and anger, and he prays to Lord Mahadeva, Shiva, and he gets a boon that one day a descendant of Somadatta will inflict the same humiliation on a descendant of Shini. Cut to the Mahabharata war. This Shini's grandson is Satyaki. Satyaki, who is fighting on the side of the Pandavas and is also Arjuna's favorite pupil. And we have Somadatta's son Bhurishravas along with Somadatta and grandfather Bahalika fighting on the side of the Kauravas. And this is the 14th day of the Mahabharata war. Drona is in command, and Abhimanyu has been killed the day before, and Arjuna is out to try and kill Jayadratha, and he has gone right into the Kaurava ranks, and Yudhishthira is very worried because there is no news from Arjuna for a very long time. So he sends Satyaki to go and figure out what's happened to Arjuna. Is Arjuna alive? Are Krishna and Arjuna doing well? So Satyaki has rushed into battle, and he has had to fight a lot of warriors, before he is able to reach to the point where Arjuna and Krishna have penetrated and reached. And by the time he reaches them, he's tired. He has lost his weapons. He's fatigued. And it's with a lot of gladness that he sees that, Arjuna and Krishna are there. But as he is going towards them, he is challenged by Bhurishravas. Bhurishravas, the son of Somadatta, challenges the grandson of Shini, Satyaki. Bhurishrava challenges Satyaki, and Satyaki is tired, he is without weapons, and there is basically a rule that if a warrior is tired and fatigued, another warrior should not challenge him at that time. It's like, it's a code of, it's ethical, right? But Bhurishrava challenges Satyaki because they also have this old enmity hanging on their heads. And he gets the best of Satyaki because he is, fresh and well decked with all weapons. Satyaki is tired, fatigued, he has been fighting through the day. And at one point, Bhurishrava throws Satyaki down to the ground. And this is after they have fought with bows and arrows, they have fought with lances, darts and javelins, with swords, they have even wrestled. In the Mahabharata, there is a very interesting shloka which talks about how they used all the 30 different methods employed in wrestling when they both fight with bare hands. But finally, Satyaki is so tired, he falls. Bhurishrava tramples on his chest, just like it was prophesied that one day the descendant of Somadatta would do that to a descendant of Shini. He tramples on Satyaki's chest and he takes his sword out to kill Satyaki. From a distance, Krishna and Arjuna are watching this. And just let's pause this for a moment to understand where are Krishna and Arjuna. They are out to take revenge for Abhimanyu's death. They want to kill Jayadratha. And what is their anger with the death of Abhimanyu? That Abhimanyu was killed by unfair means. That he was killed by 6 people who surrounded him. That he was attacked from behind. And now, coming back to our situation, Krishna and Arjuna are watching Bhurishrava about to kill Satyaki, and Krishna tells Arjuna, Satyaki came into this battle today to help us. He has been fighting the whole day. He is fatigued. He was tired. Bhurishrava did not pay any attention to any of that, and now he is about to kill Satyaki. Please save your favorite student Satyaki. Arjuna says, but how do I aim and shoot at a person who is not challenging me, who is turned away from me? How is this ethical? Krishna says, your student, your friend Satyaki is going to die if you are going to hesitate. Arjuna does not hesitate. He shoots at Bhurishrava and cuts off his right arm, which is holding the sword. As the sword is about to fall on Satyaki, Bhurishrava's arm is lopped off. And Bhurishrava turns in complete bewilderment to see who would do such a dastardly deed. And he glances upon Krishna and Arjuna. And he tells Arjuna that you are a Kuru. I don't think you would have stooped to such low means. It is this Yadava who has instigated you to do this unfair act in battle. Arjuna, of course, stands by Krishna and says that Bhurishrava, what you were doing was wrong. You had no right to trample on Satyaki with your feet. He has fallen down, and you want to kill a man who has fallen down? That's wrong. And that is why I cut off your arm. Somewhere Bhurishrava understands maybe what Arjuna is saying. The concept of dharma in the Mahabharata is it's not that easy to discuss in a sentence or two. And Bhurishrava puts his arrows down on the ground and he sits on his arrows in a yoga position, ready to give up his life. And at this point, Satyaki gets up, takes his sword, and he cuts off Bhurishrava's head. And the entire battlefield is shocked. This was not done. Satyaki had no right to do this. Bhurishrava had not only given up on the battle, he was ready to give up his own life. And Satyaki did something which was not by any stretch of anyone's, idea of ethics, morals, codes. It was not right at all. But Bhurishrava has been killed by Satyaki. And Satyaki stands there and defends himself and he says, Bhurishrava had no right to do this to me. I was tired, I was fatigued. He had no right to challenge me and he did this. Hence, I fought him. I got defeated. He could have left me and gone. No. He trampled me and then he tried to kill me. And if my friend Arjuna saved me at such a time, there is nothing wrong with this. And I killed Bhurishrava because he deserved it. This is the 14th day. The 4th day of Drona's command. And Bhurishrava, when he was in a yogic position, was killed, was decapitated by Satyaki. Next day, the 15th day, this same act will be repeated when Drona will sit down in yoga position to give up his life on hearing that his son Ashwathama is no more, and after having been castigated by Bhima and the rest, when Drishtadyumna will cut off his head. This is going to be repeated the next day. And on the 14th day, Bhurishrava dies on the battlefield, killed by Satyaki. So when we are discussing about the death of these great heroes in the Mahabharata, and we talk about how Bhishma was killed by placing Shikhandin in front, how Drona was killed by the utterance of a lie, how Karna would later be defeated when his chariot gets stuck in the mire and Arjuna shoots him when he is unarmed. We don't usually talk about Bhurishravas, but this is a very important encounter because one, Arjuna, out to avenge his son's death, who was killed by unfair means, resorts to the same unfair means in order to kill Bhurishravas, because otherwise he would have lost his disciple and friend Satyaki. So what is correct, what is not, what is right, what is wrong, what is dharma, what is adharma? These are very deep questions to be mulled over, thought about, read and reread again and again in the epic. They are not easy questions to travel through. So I thought, I was just thinking that today I would share this story of Satyaki and Bhurishravas and these two descendants of Yadu and Puru, who themselves are the son of Yayati. This is a very interesting conundrum. So I hope that you enjoyed the story today. Take care. Bye-bye.